Hi folks, today I'll make a video which is like on the tips of astrology. What are the tips of astrology, or what are the tips you can follow to give accurate predictions? And when you see these things, try them out and let me know. The first thing which I want to tell you that whenever moon is in ninth house and it has no aspect, it is just there in ninth house, the person would get a kind of a feeling of vairagya. He would like to stay alone. He would like to be, just alone and try to think inwards. So when moon is in ninth, non-aspected. Okay, sun and moon, when they are like opposite each other, that is near Purnamashi, when sun and moon are nearly opposite, the sun is and moon is seventh, or somewhere like that, one house here and there, the person will be highly egoistic. Sun and Saturn together, this is the third one. Sun and Saturn together create issues, and especially problems with the father. But when Saturn is in Capricorn and in Aquarius, I mean, Sun is in Capricorn and in Aquarius, that is in the house of Saturn, and aspected by Saturn, the relationship between the father and son will be very good. This is an exception. Understand the, the next thing, understand Ketu. Ketu and Shani. Ketu creates changes. Shani separates. So you should remember that. So Ketu in any house will create changes in that particular house, whether it is in transit or in Prashna. So it जिसे कहते हैं परिवर्तन कराता है, changes. So Ketu in when it is transiting your 10th house, it may do changes in your profession. Ketu in the 11th house, the way your friendships will change, your circle will change, your way you invest the money will change, the way you get money will change. So these things will change. And wherever Saturn, when it comes in transits, it cuts that particular area, especially the uh, things which are governing the non-materialistic thing, that is emotions, parents, children, so on and so forth. Now, there has been a lot of thing which I have tried to do with respect to Ketu also is that a lot of people come to me that they're getting they're getting transferred to a place which they do not like, or an unwanted transfer is happening. Just do this: take a dhwaja, I mean a flag, and go to your Ishtadev. Ishtadev could be, it could be Hanumanji, it could be Shiv, Krishna, Ram. I mean your Ishtadev, whom you the idol with which you get most emotional seeing and which you love seeing, that's your Ishtadev, that is coming from within. Just put the flag there. And then, just change. I mean, don't stay in your house for a particular night. You would see that if the transfer orders have not come, etc., they would work in your favor. Try it out and let me know. Any niche graha, I mean any graha which is debilitated, like even say Mars is debilitated, Saturn is debilitated, and there is an aspect of Jupiter, it will give you better results. It will not give you exactly results from niche, it will give you better results, and that is something which is very clear. If you are a Sagittarius Lagna and you have Saturn in the ninth house, that is Saturn becomes a lot of second and third, and that Saturn is the ninth house, irrespective of whatever is the other negative aspects in your horoscope. From the age of 33, you will start rising, you will get money. Money will come. This is for Sagittarius, Lagna, ascendant Sagittarius, that will be good. Guru has a lot of eighth in sixth house, and in its own nakshatra is excellent. It would do well in service. You would do well in your profession. I mean, you would rise. Guru has a lot of eighth in sixth is actually good, but it should be in its nakshatra. I mean, it should be in like Punarvasu and so on and so forth. Also, in any chart, if you see Guru is in its own nakshatra, it is very good. It will ward away a lot of negative issues of the horoscope. Guru is in its own nakshatra. I mean, Guru sits in its own nakshatra. It will ward away a lot of issues. In the case of Mithun Lagna, I have seen that you may be having as many affairs before marriage, but after marriage, the person is very faithful and is a very obedient husband. Have a look. This is for Mithun ascendant. Whenever you have Budh, Shukra and Rahu together, a person will become a very good strategist. And especially if one of the planets is Sagrahi, that is, Budh is Sagrahi or Shukra is Sagrahi. If it is in 10th house, excellent. It should be in a good house. So Budh, Shukra and Rahu together will make you a kind of a good politician, will make you a good strategist if it is in Kendra. If it is not in Kendra, you could be a negative person, but anyway, in that negativity also, you will be a strategist because, and Budh is Sagrahi because Budh itself is all about intellectual planning, division, talking. Shukra is all about jugglery of the balls, how much you can juggle with. You can juggle with 3 balls. That's what Venus says. And Rahu is like it magnifies things. It gives you that out of the box thinking. So both Shukra and Rahu together in a Kendra Sthan, and if Buddha and Shukra, one of the planets, is Swagrahi, it makes you a very good strategist and a politician. If it is not, it would then also make, but will depend on the horoscope. Whenever Jupiter and Saturn is together in the Kendra, it is a very good yoga, where it may not be good for a lot of things like marriage, and if Saturn is behind degree, Guru, that is, degrees of Saturn are lesser than degrees, it is not good for marriage, marital life. But certainly Guru and Saturn together, either way, will make you a very good person who would be known in his village, town, city, country, depending on the strength of Guru and Saturn. So Guru and Saturn is very good because Guru is knowledge and Saturn is like the Nyayadhish, it's like the judge. So when knowledge and judge are together, then anybody who acts with this configuration of planets is bound to get hurt. If you have in your Lagna Budh or Mars, Mars is Sagrahi, Budh is Sagrahi, that is, Budh is in its own house and Mars is in its own house. The person will look lesser than his age. Budh in Lagna, in say Mithun and in Kanya, I mean in your Gemini and Virgo, Mars and Aries, and in this thing you look younger than your age because Budh is a Kumar, it's like a boy, it will give you a boyish look. And if Mars is there and it is well placed, it will give you like a kind of a tej. It will give you a kind of a kind of aura by which blood, Mars governs the circulation of blood, so you would look as if you have that aura around you, which makes you look better, younger. Saturn in the 8th house is never good for career. I mean, it gives you ups and downs in career. And Saturn in 8th, if it is in its own house, like as Capricorn, Aquarius, of course it will be better. But then also it will give you ups and downs in your career. And one thing which happens when Saturn is in 8th house is that a person actually does something else than what he has studied. He would have studied engineering, but finally his job may not be doing anything to do with engineering, it would be something else. Saturn and Rahu together in the 8th house would make a person kind of go abroad, deal with foreign countries, those things could be there. But you should be very careful in terms of diseases. Saturn Rahu 8th house can cause cancer. I mean, if it is not in Capricorn and Aquarius, it can cause cancer or some disease, which is like a terminal disease, which is which goes on for a long time. And I have seen this in my own experience. Saturn and Ketu, if they are in the second house, if they aspect the second house also, Ketu is there and Saturn aspects it, a person will be miser. He would like to spend money. Rahu in the 8th house will make the wife a cheater, a liar. She can go elsewhere for relationships, etc., etc. If you talk about wealth, the most powerful thing in wealth is the exchange of second and 11th house. If there is an exchange of second and 11th, it's very powerful for wealth. And if you talk about stock exchange, then you should have a relationship between 4th, 5th and 11th house. Because 5th house is the second house of 4th, which is therefore the money of the public, which you deal with in stocks basically and any other thing which is allied. So 4th, 5th and 11th, and there should be some aspect of Jupiter on the 11th house. Connection of Jupiter with the 11th house is extremely important. It will make you do good in stocks. You'll have that intuitive power to work for stocks. If you have Guru, like Brihaspati, Jupiter, second to Chandrama, I mean, if you have, say, Chandrama and Leo, and I know a person who works with us and who was a multi-millionaire, a billionaire. If you have Moon in a house and Guru, that is Jupiter in the house next to it, second to Moon is Guru. It is a very good indicator of giving you huge amount of wealth. Rahu in the 6th house makes you very courageous, no doubt about it. I mean, I'm absolutely sure about it. Rahu in the 6th house makes you very courageous, but it also makes you think a lot. You will have a lot of a lot of issues which will come to your mind, which you will really not understand. A lot of thoughts will come, negative thoughts, and you would be always in a kind of a situation where what's right, what's wrong, am I right, am I wrong, is he right, is he wrong, it could be this, it could be that. It creates that kind of a situation. Saturn in the 8th house and Ketu in the 12th house is a very good yoga for sannyas. Sannyas doesn't mean that you have to wear Gerva Vastra. Yellow robes are not important for sannyas. I mean, you could be working, you could be having money, but you could develop a vairagya inside you. And that is what I call whenever I say sannyas. I've also told you about Saturn in 9th house. Saturn in 9th house is also a very good combination of getting into sudden vairagya. And if you have two people and your friends and you see your dashas, suppose I'm running dasha of Jupiter and another friend of mine is running in dasha of Venus, then Jupiter and Venus are anti to each other. So, their thought process, their thinking will not be good. Don't enter into a partnership with them. Suppose I have Saturn, another person has Sun. The same situation would happen. Suppose I have Mercury, other person has Mars. Similar situation would happen. So, then your thought processes are going to be very different in nature. So that is important as far as things are concerned. I will in my next things when I tell about these small things, we'll also talk about some important transit rules which are extremely important. The videos already become 14 minutes, so people don't like seeing big videos. But these are all tips which you can always use. Thanks. Bye for now. You can contact me at connectingminds@gmail.com. You have my WhatsApp number 9818733,000. I do not do astrology as a profession. It's a hobby for me. I do research. So anything which you see as a tip, as a research you have seen in astrology, please do write. I'll also use it and understand it. Anything which you feel in astrology, which you have tested, and I'm sure astrologers would see this horoscope, please do write to me. And this is a subject which I value. It's a religion for me. Thank you, and bye for now. Thank you very much for listening to me.